This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kevin Cousineau, and you're listening to Red Da Killer Bee and the new single, Caught in a Fantasy, out now.
I saw you once upon a dream. Your spirit called to me, and your scent was so serene. But it seemed like we met in a past life. Maybe you were my king, and I was your main wife.
And joining us on the line, all the way from St. Louis, we have Red Da Killer Bee. Red, welcome to the studio.
Hey, how are you?
I'm not too bad. And Red, you've been producing music since your elementary years, graduating from violin and saxophone into songwriting and music production. Was that an easy transition to make for you?
Going from the violin to the saxophone was pretty easy. The violin is kind of a difficult instrument to do, but I got the hang of it. And when I moved on to the saxophone, it was pretty easier. And I liked it a lot more. And when I did the saxophone, I started off with the alto sax. And after like 3 years of doing that, I did the tenor and then the baritone saxophone. And they were pretty cool. And when I was done with that, I figured it was my time to move on to something more popular. So I started working on pop songs and R&B songs and doing hip hop songs. So it was a pretty cool transition, almost like evolution.
And it felt quite natural to you, do you think?
It did. A lot of things that I do are pretty natural. And once I start doing a lot of things, it's like, oh, I actually am pretty good at this.
And the debut single from you, Gone Shake It, led to many live performances around St. Louis. How did you feel playing live for the first time?
Well, growing up, I did like school plays and stuff like that. So being in front of people, I'm always going to be nervous in front of people just in case I mess up. But it was like, I've did this before, doing something live in front of others.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, and it made it easier being that Gonna Shake It is a club song. So when people hear the music first, they're automatically in a good mood because it makes them want to dance. So when I started performing Gonna Shake It along with other songs after Gonna Shake It, everybody was already in a good mood because now they're all hype and now they're in a good mood. Everybody wants to dance. So as long as it helps them, relax and it helps them be in a great mood, it helps me be a good performer.
And the success of the first single led to the first full-length album of yours, Plain and Simple Reprised, as well as writing for other artists in many musical genres. Are you more comfortable composing or producing music?
Well, when I'm doing music for myself, I do everything more internally. Like, I don't even listen to outside music to try to get inspiration from anybody. So when I'm composing music for myself and producing music for myself, it's like I have to do everything for me. Now, when I'm listening to, or when I'm working and writing for other artists, composing for them, I listen to the people that they like. I listen to their music and I try to adapt to their whole vibe. So I try to make it easy to do both for composing and producing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess you're feeling pretty relaxed in either role now, right?
Pretty much, because I was just talking to one of the people that helped me with some music on my new album, Birth by Sleep. And we were like, so are we going to start working on other stuff for different artists to pitch to them for their upcoming projects? Because I have a lot of stuff written, like R&B, pop, and like even stuff for other hip hop and rap artists. And every day I'm always writing. Stuff just comes to me all the time. Like I might get another line from here, or I could be walking down the street and a melody comes to mind and I just hum it on the phone or something.
That sounds fun. And in June 2015, you released a new single, Ambition, along with dance mixes, and this was followed up with your latest single, Caught in a Fancy. We've played a little bit of the new track, Caught in a Fancy, and we'll be playing it very soon after this interview. Caught in a Fancy is produced by Yoni and recorded, mixed and mastered by Carter McKee at Suburban Pro Studios. Does this track recount a real event in your life?
Caught in a Fantasy. The first line that I say in the song is, I saw you once upon a dream.
That's right.
And the song is actually about a dream that I had. I woke up, I was sweating, and everything just seemed so real. In the dream, I was on some remote island walking on the beach, and it was like the moon was shining so bright. I have never seen the moon shine so bright. And the light that was on the sea, I was just looking at it because I was just amazed at how it was reflecting and shining off and illuminating. And from the light on the sea, a woman started walking up. And she came up to me and we started making love. And I asked afterwards, I was like, who are you? And she said that she's the moon goddess and she comes out every season and she picks the finest one from the season. And before the moon went away, she had to return back to the reflection just to go back to the moon. And she said, if I'm still the best next season, then she'll come back next season.
Well, good luck.
And I woke up and I was like, what is going on?
Fantastic story.
I was all hot, sweaty, and I was like, I have to write this. And I first, it started off with me just writing about the dream, and I realized it was almost like a letter I was writing to the moon goddess. And I was like, I could turn this into song format. I saw you once upon a dream, just starting off with that, it led to the whole song. And when I was talking to Yanni had, he sent me about 15 tracks, just instrumentals to choose from. And that one was, Caught in a Fantasy was the second one that I heard. And I'm like, I have to do this track. Like, this is it. This is close to the song that I've been writing.
And Caught in a Fantasy is out now, of course, along with your album Birth by Sleep. I now realise why it's called Birth by Sleep. Can we expect more singles from that album coming?
Yes. Since Caught in a Fantasy came out shortly, earlier this year, Birth by Sleep actually came out last month, the day before my birthday on June 3rd. My birthday is June 4th, so I felt it's a very personal album, so I felt it was right to release it right at my birthday time. So everything on the album is about something that's been going on in my life within the past 5 years and what's coming up shortly in the future.
Okay.
And there will definitely be more singles. I'm actually going out to Los Angeles, LA next month in a few weeks to film the next upcoming single. And I can't wait to make magic.
Well, we really look forward to listening and seeing that one. And where can we access more of your material online?
If you just go to my website, rdkb-online.com, it gives you everything that you need to know.
Red the Killer Bee, it's been a huge pleasure having you in the studio.
Thank you very much. I hope you have a great one.
And here is the brand new single from Red the Killer Bee. It's Caught in a Fantasy.
This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
I saw you once upon a dream. Your spirit called to me, and your scent was so serene. But it seemed like we met in a past life. Maybe you were my king, and I was your main wife. Though here in the present, the time so effervescent. Your voice caresses me like you're teaching a patience lesson. Don't know the meaning of stressing as you intertwine with my soul, creating an astral heaven. The spell you cast upon me, spell you cast upon me, caught in your fantasy. Like a mystic from beyond the sea, mystic from beyond the sea, caught in your fantasy. I hear you in the moonlight, moonlight, shine bright, moonlight. Got me caught in your fantasy, caught in your fantasy, with the spell upon me. Entrapped by your aura, the world will end with us. You draw me in closer with your spiritual lust. We can't keep it on the hush, the wind is telling the world, cause our reflection is shining like the finest of the pearls. You're like no other girl, if you're real that is. If I didn't know better, I think you were one of the goddesses. Came to do some biz, enrich us both with bliss. Lay with me and take my kids, then disappear when the sun hits. But should I be focused on the blessing I'm receiving? Even consciously, these thoughts appear to be deceiving. Apparently, this goddess chose me for a reason. Then she whispered that she only picks the finest of the season. The spell you cast upon me, spell you cast upon me, caught in your fantasy.